told you before that the Invictus Games costs a lot of money. I mean, anything like that costs a lot of money. It's, it's just a matter of fact. There's a lot of organisation, publicity, managers, people working behind the scenes. And then, of course, the likes of Harry and Meghan come on and, sort of storm it and basically take most of the credit. Meghan walking in front of the veterans is an image that many people will simply never forget. And they wonder why, of course, The Heart of Invictus on Netflix was such a bomb, because it was all about Harry moaning once again. But moving forward, what's now happened is this. Of course, as we know, in Vancouver next year, a wonderful area of the world in Canada, well, they're going to be hosting that particular Invictus Games. And I told you recently about the star names, Jelly Roll, all that sort of stuff. But now they've got this lady, yes, fresh from, of course, the coronation concert in front of His Majesty the King. It looks like Harry ran out of inspiration and thought, well, she went quite well there. Guess what? We'll book her. But as ever, there's a few complications. Let me explain. Morning, good to see you. Thank you so much for your time today. Nice to have your company. And by the way, I'm glad you enjoyed our recent video all about the wonderful ad starring Dame Joan Collins and the brilliant actor Leonard Rossiter. What a character, what a guy, wonderful people. Wonderful memories as well, weren't they? Just great ads, no wokery, just comedy, and that helps sell the brand literally around the world to great, great success, no two ways about it. Now, will this become a great success? Because obviously copycat Harry clearly can't think of anybody, on a bigger level to come and close their big Invictus Games next February over in Vancouver in Canada. Katy Perry literally tried a comeback earlier this year, which was a colossal flop. Now, I'm not knocking her. Pop stars hitting 40 do not sell well, unless of course you're Madonna and you can keep reinventing yourself with shock value. But she tried that and it simply didn't work. Very worrying times for her and her label. She's just announced a tour over here. That's not selling out either. So of course a platform like the Invictus Games in a good location like Canada might just up it. But is Katy coming free of charge? Well, you see, we put a call in because obviously Katy Perry could be quite expensive all the way to Canada. Now, the official line is no, she's performing literally for free. Yeah, okay. So, but, I thought we'd get to this. It's expenses. You see, there's expenses, there's hotel rooms, there's dancers, sound checks, publicity, security. So when you tot all of that up, correct me if I'm wrong, Harry, Meghan, Katy Perry, there is a charge. Now, I don't know about you, but if I was doing something for charity, I would get my own way there. And of course, I wouldn't expect any expenses. Maybe a pot of tea, a couple of jammy Dodgers, the sort of thing. But joking aside, it should be for charity. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm, quite happy to come back on here and say, no, I got it wrong. But according to that source, there will be the expenses attached. And then when you couple the expenses of Harry and Meghan, the security, the hotel, all of that sort of stuff, it suddenly becomes a non-charity and a very expensive gig, particularly for someone who's not exactly illuminating the charts, even with her most recent comeback. So whichever way you look at it, while Harry may have wanted to copy her success over here for the coronation concert, the bottom line is, will she bring people in? Because if you can't bring them in literally when you announce a big world tour, you can't sell your latest album despite all the hype. Is this the right person to illuminate next year's Canadian Invictus Games? Either way, once again, Harry has stepped into controversy. And either way, it's not going away. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.